guys, it's currently 26 degrees outside and freezing. We took Cooper to this really nice scenic dog park area. He's running around in the snow, but I wanted to talk about the process of editing and creating a video. I've gotten a lot of questions asking about my workflow later on in this video. Hello, dog. Later on in this video, I'm actually going to Skype with one of you guys. She had a question on Twitter and I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper, but right now we need to film to get content to make a video. We mentioned in our last video how important it is to plan and communicate the whole process before you start creating, and I'm gonna toot James's horn. That sounds inappropriate. James is the mastermind behind about 90% of the footage that you see. He shoots it, But I'm gonna allow him to unpack that process and basically get inside of his very deep, convoluted, dark, introverted brain.
Christina, thank you for loaning me your hand warmers. In editing for other people who have not been shooting and focusing on composing shots and creating really elegantly thought out shots, which I try to spend my time getting good at doing, or I have for a long time, let's put it that way. I have seen in people who haven't shot for as long as I have, or haven't practiced for as long as I have, a couple of different things that make editing for them harder if I'm editing for them. One of them being holding a steady shot. Whenever somebody is trying to shoot B-roll for their edit, if they're less experienced, they have a tendency to make that B-roll shot be way too short, way too hyperactive, just, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. And if they're moving, it's way too shaky. They haven't learned how to cultivate a good camera holding technique to keep the shot steady and feel nice. And that's something that I've seen to be a big weakness in a lot of people, and that's something I've tried to work hard to be good at. If you are new at shooting and editing and you do not have the chops, don't try to be fancy with your shooting. All the fun whip pans are all enjoyable, but create a solid foundation of good, solid, steady shots that don't move or move very little, and then you can expand to that other stuff.
I'm gonna chime in really quick. If you notice, whenever I am holding the camera for James, I do a lot of moving around. I do it very calculatedly. A couple seconds ago, Cooper was pooping inside of the frame. So if you are going to move around, just do it very calculatedly. Think about it, kind of maybe ease in. The whole premise behind...
Know why you're doing it.
Know why you're doing it, but the whole premise behind really anything in this whole editing, shooting field is not to be distracting and to communicate a story.
I think he's looking for some sort of snow mole. Another thing within the same vein is not trying to be too fancy. Know how good you are and how good you're not so far. Keep it simple first and expand when you feel like you have the competence to do so. Those are my thoughts for today.
All right, as promised earlier in the video, we have Danny here. She is one of you guys. She is the person who tweeted me the question, the person who inspired this video. Danny, thank you. Hi.
Yeah, anytime.
Side note, this is not on the video, but she has been patient for the last 36 minutes. We've been having audio issues and an editing hack. If something's going wrong, just open and close the program. Hi, James.
Hi.
So, Danny, tell me, how the heck do you know who we are? Where have you... I know that you edit, because we figured that out in the last 36 minutes, but tell me about how you found us.
I actually found you guys because Sarah Dici replied to you on Twitter, and I follow her on Twitter and love her YouTube channel. So I actually was just, scrolling Twitter, not even on her page, and found you guys, and your tweets are hilarious. So
thank you.
I literally just got to your profile and then ended up on your individual YouTube channel and then the one you guys have together.
That's awesome. Now I'm interested in doing the research of what tweet did Sarah reply to? So a little bit of history behind the tweets that we mentioned. I tweeted out in May, I've come to realize that I'm a complete magician, that's a very bold statement, in regards to editing almost anything. What I'm not good at, V stands for very, is shooting the actual video. So the history behind that tweet, I don't want to say who the footage was for. It wasn't for anybody on YouTube, but it was basically somebody wanting to make a YouTube video, and I've been doing a lot of freelance stuff lately, and it was just a mess of just footage, honestly. And the way that I got through that was, and this is, I guess, my answer to your question that I took 6 months to reply to, that basically the worse the footage, the more simple the edit. Obviously, you know, slow motion, the glitchy stuff, the fancy stylistic things, that's important and it's nice, but anything that you edit, you don't want it to be distracting. If it's really bad footage, the bad footage is distracting enough. But if you can take very simple edits and just kind of craft a story around like the shaky footage or this footage that they didn't hold the shot for long enough, then you can come up with a pretty good video. I mean, you can only do so much, but I think it's about the simple edits and just kind of crafting the story. A lot of times with our videos, it kind of starts, or it can start as one thing and just, okay, we got to take it a different direction because this, we'll put that aside. We'll try that again next week. But this video with the footage that we have is just not happening.
Yeah, that's definitely, I've had recently the Ecuador video that I was talking to you about. I had like this whole story planned out of like having text over the videos saying like what city we were in and like that kind of edit, that kind of travel video. And then when I like went to edit it, I was like, that's not gonna work, and just had to completely redo the story, the like flow of all the videos that I took. So yeah, that's definitely important.
Okay, I am going to finish my call with Danny. Danny, I appreciate you. But if you are a new editor, my job here is I want to help the internet. I want to help you guys create. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or just comment the question below and I will try to address it in a video, in a Skype call if you guys want to do something like this. Danny, was this fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
I paid her to say that. But I appreciate all you guys for watching this video. If you've made it this far, if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. That's a thing. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't, because you're allowed to do that. But James is walking in.
Cooper rolled over.
Oh, yay. Cooper's been learning how to roll over.
Roll over. Yep. Roll over. Woohoo!
But with all of that said, guys, have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Happy Christmas month. Okay, bye.